Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wild cards, free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.
Yo, good day everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm FPL Rue. Welcome back to another video. So today's video, it is my team selection for game week 11. So it's a bit different. Normally I do this as a video, but today I'm doing it live. I just started a new job, so it's a bit taking over my time. I don't have as much spare time anymore, so I'm doing this team selection live. I will be answering all your questions, so leave them in the comments. We'll go through basically my game week 10 team, show you how I got on, not the best to be honest, and then go through my game week 11 team selection and the transfers I've made. And we'll start off, make sure you do leave a comment in the comments below, as I will be answering all questions, and smash a like on this video too, as it does help it out. So yeah, game week 10 was a bit of a mixed bag. So I did get a red arrow. I actually have only had one green arrow this season, and it was a massive green arrow. So it's kind of been carrying me. Otherwise, I would be like 10 million ranked. I'm only about 1.5 million ranked, when really I've had only one green arrow this season. But that was because I did bring in Son before his haul against Burnley when no one else had Son, and everything went right for me that game week. So so that's kind of why it's not been too bad. And this even the last game, it wasn't too bad. I'd say the defense let me down, but everyone else did pretty well. Onana, I don't know how I've still got him in my team. Yeah, shocking. Lascelles and Kabore. Obviously, Kabore wasn't supposed to be playing. I did have a doggy instead, but obviously didn't play. Cash got me a 5-pointer. We did come off after Villa conceded, before Villa conceded, so that was the good thing for me in this game week. Midfield was good though. Saka, Maddison, Salah, and Son got me points. Adingra didn't get me any points, but neither did Palmer, who was another player I was likely to go for. Haaland, 16-pointer, a little bit, I guess a little bit annoyed I didn't captain in, as last season I didn't captain him either against Man United, and he obviously scored the hat-trick, so but that's fine. And then Alvarez with 2 points. So I say an average game week. It could have been worse, as I didn't have Watkins against Luton, and obviously Watkins blanked, so it definitely could have been worse, but not a good game week. I'm hoping better for the next game week. Let's get on to basically my game week 11 team selection. So first up, we'll say hello to a few people in here. What's up, Paul? Yeah, I'm good. Good. Hoping for a good game week. Hoping Spurs can beat Chelsea on Monday night. And let me know if you have any questions, and I'll answer them kind of towards the end of the video. Christian in the building. Hello, mate. How's it going? What do you reckon on Monday night? You think we'll beat Chelsea? Let me know your score predictions below. So yeah, team selection. So I've kept Onana. I think Man United have got 3 good fixtures coming up, and for that reason, I have kept him in. Fulham away. I think they're going to concede, but I really don't want to be using the transfer to change a keeper at this moment. I've been pretty lucky, as there hasn't really been, I'd say, a consistent keeper this season that has kept a lot of clean sheets. So obviously, you do have the Palace goalkeeper Johnston, who has kept a lot of clean sheets, but even the last few games he hasn't been doing too well. You've got Arsenal that have been keeping clean sheets, so maybe I will look to bring in an Arsenal defender, but I'm just not too confident in going Raya at the moment, even though he does look like he's nailed. So for now, I'm going to keep Onana, and yeah, hope for the best. Hope he can get me some points over the next 3 game weeks. Defense, we've got Udogie. Keep an eye out for my transfers later on in this video, but Udogie is not in my team currently. He was going to be in my team, but I've actually made the transfer now. So keep an eye on that, as I will be revealing who that is later on in this video. Gahey, Burnley away, really happy with this one. I bought him in, he got a clean sheet for me straight away. And then obviously he had 2 tough fixtures. So I'm happy to be playing him now, and he's got some really good fixtures coming up. And I think Palace, they're starting to get their players back. Eze's back in training, at least they could be back. So I think Palace will look to kind of target this run to get some points on the board and kind of climb up the table really. Matty Cash, Forest away. Really happy with him since I brought him in, and I think this is a good fixture for Villa. I'm not too sure Forest scored too many goals, and with Wani out, it's kind of only Chris Wood who did do pretty well a couple of game weeks ago. So for me, yeah, I'm really happy with Cash, and I do think he's a good attacking option. We'll just say hello to a few people before we go on to the midfield. Essex Explains, hello, mate. How's it going? Let me know whereabouts in Essex you're from. Hat W, love the shirt, Roo. Thank you very much, Hat. Yeah, Essex Explains. Yeah, just leave the comment below, and I'll answer it. Christians come in, so I'm wary of Chelsea. It's Big Ann, so the sky's the limit. But Poch returning could be interesting. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. I can just see Poch running down the touchline, Mourinho style, and yeah, shutting us all up. But hopefully, what I think is if we don't give him stick, then hopefully he'll take it easy on us and he'll kind of let us win. But yeah, if we start giving him stick, I can see him pumping his team up and them going out there and doing well against us. So for me, yeah, you got to rely on Big Ange, as you see the t-shirt here. But yeah, we'll get on to the next part of the video, and hopefully Spurs can put in a good performance against Chelsea. We've got one more comment coming actually. So also, wow, is that Onana? Yes, it is Onana. I just haven't found the right time to get rid of him. And with these 3 games he's got coming up are really, really good. So for me, that I'm probably going to keep him for the next 3 games. So that reason, yeah, I've kept Onana. Yes, I'd rather have Areola save the money, but for me, I just don't want to use a goalkeeper transfer at the moment. And I've still got my wild card, so if I don't have my wild card, fair enough. So for me, yeah, that's why I'm keeping Onana. So we move on to the midfield. So yeah, Saka, Newcastle away, not the easiest game, but I think there will be goals in that game, even though they're both really solid defensively. I do see that game being like a 0-0. So for me, yeah, I would, yeah, expect Saka to get a return in that game. Maddison and Son, again, like I said, Chelsea at home. It's going to be a tough game, but I think with Poch coming back, with it being at home, with how well Spurs have been playing recently, I think they're going to be up for it, and I think the crowd are going to be on fire. And I can definitely see goals in that game, and I can see Maddison and Son both performing well. Adingra, Everton away. I just hope he starts. Really, it's a bit of a sticky one with him, as I don't think he's that good of an option. But for 5 million, I can't really complain. I just got to hope for attacking return, maybe once every 3 game weeks. That's probably the best I'm going to get out of him. And I think Everton away is not a bad game to do that in. But we've seen Brighton this season. 1 week they're doing great. 1 week they're getting beat 6-1. So who knows with Brighton? I just hope he starts just to give him the chance to get some points. Salah, Luton away, really good choice. I've got my captain's armband on him. That could change though. I am feeling that I might change to Haaland, but we'll get onto that. See my live team later on in this video. It's a difficult one with the captain though, because for me, I think Haaland is more likely to score and score more goals. But with Salah, you got them assists, you've got them clean sheet points, even though it's only 1. You've got the extra point for goal scoring midfielder. So for me, it is a tricky one. I'd say at the time of making this graphic, it was on Salah, but who knows? My mind could be swayed. Let me know in the comments below who your captain is, because I'm interested to see what everyone else is going to be going for. We'll bring up a few comments now. So at W, got the kangaroo. Yep, part of the Roo army. Big up. Essex is saying, I've got a Dinger on the bench. Should I sub him on in place of Anderson or Trippier? That is a tough one. For me, I'd always play the midfielder or forward. I think you've just got more chance of points. If Anderson or Trippier lose their clean sheet, then it's kind of game over. And with Trippier, yes, you've got them attacking returns, but that is a tough game. I'd say maybe keep Trippier, but I'd probably bring in Adingra over Anderson. Okay, so you've also got Matoma, so you don't really want to double up. Then I think that's fair enough. I think I would play Trippier over Adingra, but I'm not sure I'd play Anderson, because Anderson, yes, he's got attacking threat, but for me, I don't think he's a player that's going to be getting consistent attacking threats, attacking goals, attacking assists, etc. So for me, I'd probably play him over Anderson, but I won't play him over Trippier, even though it is a tougher game. So, what are you doing? What are you going to do with your wild card? So, for me, I haven't played my wild card yet. So, a lot of people are saying I'm a bit stupid for that. But for me, I'm waiting probably until game week, maybe game week 16, game week 17. There is a blank game week for Manchester City and Brentford. So I'll probably wait until after that game week or just before, probably after, and then I'll kind of dead end into that week with no Man City, no Brentford players, and then wildcard after that, and kind of load up on them players because they will be having a double game week soon after that. So it's likely they will have that double in game week 19. So if I can load up in game week 17 or 18 on Man City and Brentford players, I think that could be a really, really good chance to kind of gain rank on other people that are going to have to maybe take them out for that blank game week and then bring them back in for the double game week. So that's why I have saved my wild card. Hope that answers your question. Okay, we'll leave these questions for the end. Any team questions? Yeah, leave your questions below on game week 11, and I'll answer them towards the end of the video. So yeah, up front, I've got the City boys, Bournemouth at home, and Haaland and Alvarez together. To be honest, I think this is going to be a good game for both of them. Man City didn't have a game midweek as they were out the Carabao Cup, and there was no Champions League, so they are going to be fresh. And for me, I think this is going to be a 4-0 game. I think they're at home. Bournemouth have been shocking this season. I don't know why they got rid of Gary O'Neill, to be honest. And I think Man City are going to absolutely thrash them. And for me, I think Alvarez and Haaland are both going to get on the score sheet, both going to get a monster haul. So I do really love having these two. I know a lot of people maybe don't have Haaland or don't even have Alvarez. So for me, that's why I've gone for these two. I think they're the best team in the league. Obviously, because they just won the treble, but in terms of attacking threat, I think having these two in the Bournemouth at home game is a real kind of differential. Especially some people that, like I said, don't have Haaland. So I'm really, really excited about having these two in my team. Let me know below what you think of my team, and we'll go through now my transfer. So we'll have a look at we'll have a look at what my team is now. We'll quickly get that up. But yeah, leave your comments below because I will be answering any questions. Okay, great. So we'll just get my team up. Okay, so we'll get up a few questions first. So Christian, my team for this week: Vicario, Trippier, Ream, Kufal, Tsimikas, Son, Madders, Mitoma, Foden, Haaland captain, Alvarez, no transfers used. It's a pretty good team to me. I like that team. I like Vicario. It's a differential. Trippier, again, we know he can get attacking returns. It is a tough game, don't get me wrong. But yeah, really, really good team. Son, Madders, Mitoma, Foden. I think Foden's a nice differential for this week. You got three of, I guess, Man City's front four, which is a really, really good thing to have, especially with Bournemouth at home. I love that team, to be honest. And I don't think you need to make any transfers. You'll be going into next week where you could probably, I don't know if you want to take out anyone, but you could take out Foden or Alvarez, as they do have a little bit of a tough run in. But for me, I think that team looks incredible for this game week. So we'll just bring up my team here. So as you can see, it's a little bit different to what I had earlier on. So I have gone, yes, Onana in goal is still there. Sorry for those that are disappointed in that. Gahey is there. Tsimikas. So I did bring in Tsimikas for Udogie. It was a close one. I really did want a Wolves defender, But for me, I do think that Tsimikas is slightly the better option. Wolves are not really keeping any clean sheets, so for that reason, I did go for Tsimikas. But I do really like Wolves defenders for the next few game weeks. But I decided to play it a little bit safe and go for Tsimikas. And the rest of the team is the same. But you'll notice a difference. So Haaland captain. I am flip-flopping. I'm changing it every now and again. Salah to Haaland, Haaland to Salah. So yeah, leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know who you're going for captain. It is a tough one for me though, to be honest. So it is 50-50. And who knows, I might change it before the deadline. I've changed it already 4 or 5 times today. So I am indecisive about this. I'm indecisive anyway. So about a game, I'm going to be really, really indecisive. So I think they're both good options, and it's going to be horrible if you kind of end up on the wrong side of them, where one could haul, another could haul. You just don't know. So it is going to be a bit of a tricky one. But for me, I think I'm going to be going Haaland just because it's at home, just because Bournemouth are terrible. Even though Luton are terrible, but Luton, never could dig deep. Do you know what I mean? They're playing Liverpool. It could stay solid. For me, I think I'm just going to go Haaland. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you're going for. So we've got a comment here from Hat. Excited to see Poggi next week, Rue. Poggi. So I don't know who that is. Poggi. Let me know what's Poggi. More considered than stupid. I'm guessing is that with my Onana pick? Well, I'm not too sure. Who knows what way it could go? If they keep a clean sheet and I look like a genius, then if they don't, then I look stupid. So we'll see what happens with that one. So another comment here. So damn, Alvarez and Haaland, Saka and Son. Did you rob a bank? Yeah, it does look like a big team, but my team value is shocking, to be honest. So for me, yes, it does look like I've got good players, but yeah, for me, my team value is shocking. I can't afford Watkins either. So normally a lot of people do have Watkins in their team, but for me, we'll bring my team back up actually. For me, I don't think my team value is that good, to be honest. So I think you can probably get this team if you try. Yeah, Salah too. Yeah, I didn't have Salah for a while, but don't forget Adingra's 5 million. So a lot of people have Diaby. A lot of people maybe have Bowen or Matoma, whereas I'm kind of got that spot really, really cheap. And I've only got Alvarez. I don't have Watkins. I don't have Trippier. So yeah, so that's kind of how I can afford Alvarez, Haaland, Saka, Son, and Salah. Hat money. Yeah, I don't think my team is that good value, to be honest. I've seen better teams out there in terms of getting the big dogs. So yeah, that's interesting to hear that you lot think that my team is good in terms of money. So noticing a distinct absence of Tsimikas. Yeah, so I did bring in Tsimikas. So I did take out Udogie. To be honest, I wasn't really happy as I was comfortable with playing him against Chelsea at home. I don't think Chelsea are a team that you should be too worried about scoring loads of goals. Yes, they create chances, but Nicholas Jackson is not the player to be finishing them. So I wasn't too worried about that game. I was more than comfortable with playing Udogie. But for me, I do think Tsimikas is a better option than Udogie over the next, I'd say, 1 to 2 game weeks. And then even after game week 13, I do think Tsimikas is a better option. With Spurs, yes, they've been great this season. I just don't think they've been one of the best defensive teams. I think that's fair to say. Christian, if you're still there, let me know if you agree. Yes, they've been good attacking wise, but defensively, I think we still make stupid errors. We can see chances, and I'm just not too confident that we're that solid defensive team. So I do think long term, probably Tsimikas is a better option than Udogie. And it's not even like Udogie's been getting them assists, getting them goals. Even though he does look threatening, he hasn't been putting up the numbers. So yeah, I'm more than happy then to take out Udogie for Tsimikas. Yeah, I did bring him in. Christian, thanks, Rue. Next week was thinking to remove Foden and Neto for two of Eze, Gordon, or Gibbs White. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Neto is likely to be out for a few weeks, but just remember that there's an international break soon. So we've got one more after this one more game week. There's an international break. So some of the injured players could be coming back. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. But yeah, I'm a bit worried, I guess, for you that you've got 3 City attacking options, because this week it's great. Bournemouth at home, incredible. But they have got a really, really tough fixture running coming up. We'll just quickly get that up now. I'll show you. So Chelsea away. Who knows what Chelsea's going to turn up? Liverpool at home, Spurs at home, Villa away. So it is pretty tough. But it's Manchester City. Like Manchester City, they can score 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against anyone. So yes, I do think taking out Foden and Neto is a good option, but I'd say wait and hear about Neto, as they could be back after the international break. Then you could kind of keep him and maybe just take out Foden. But for me, yeah, I love your team. I think it's really good, and you've got a few differentials in there. You've got Vicario, you've got Ream as well. No one really has Ream. And then you've got obviously the big boys, Son, Madders, Matoma, Foden, etc. So yeah, I really do like your team, but I think that is probably a good chance to relook at it and see if you can take out and kind of freshen. And you can, because with your team is so good that I think you can almost be attacking with your transfers. You don't really have to, like for example, with me, I'm like so behind everyone else's team. I don't have Watkins. I didn't have Salah until last game week. I didn't have Tsimikas till now. So I'm almost like a step behind. But I think with your team, you can be proactive now. You can look at teams with good fixtures coming up. You can kind of be on the front foot. So yeah, I really do like that. And I think them chances, Eze, Gordon, or Gibbs White do look good. Obviously, wait to hear if Eze is fully back. But yeah, apart from that, really good. Jamie Dale, yes, bro. Yes, what are you saying? Who are you captaining? Let me know. It'll be interesting to see who people are captaining in the comments, as it is a tough one this week. Before we go into the rest of the questions, if you haven't already, please do like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And leave your questions below. I'm not going to be on for much, I'd say longer, probably another 10-15 minutes. So leave your questions and I'll answer them before we go. So RAJM, tempted to go for Salah, or do you think Ballon d'Or snub will get Haaland going? That is a tough question, and that is something I haven't really thought about. But I think Haaland is slightly the better option just because he is at home, and I think Bournemouth are really, really struggling at the moment. I think their manager is going to get sacked soon. And that is another thing to take into mind. Haaland could be angry about the Ballon d'Or. He could want to show people why he should have won the Ballon d'Or. And he's going to want to try and win it next season, definitely. So that is something to take into consideration. That is a very good point. The only thing with me is like I said earlier on in the video, is the extra point for the clean sheet, the extra point for the goal. Can it just rack up Salah's points a little bit easier than Haaland's? For example, Salah could get a goal and assist, and Haaland can get 2 goals, and Salah would kind of match him and potentially beat him with a clean sheet. So it is a tricky one, but I think I'm pretty locked on Haaland. I'd love to hear what everyone else is going to do. So Christian, Haaland for captain. Travers could play a blinder if he starts and go for Bournemouth, but too risky not to go Haaland. Yeah, that is a fair point. Obviously, with Haaland's ownership, it is risky not to go Haaland, but I think there'll be a lot of people captaining Salah too. I think it'll be 50-50 out there. Maybe 60-40 Haaland, as there's going to be a lot of teams that have just set Haaland at the beginning of the season and not really gone back to it. So that could be an option, but yeah, for me, I'm just going to go Haaland for now, I'd say. We got a question here from RAJM. So is that Rajem? What excites you about Onana? Absolutely nothing. I just don't want to make a goalkeeper transfer. Man United have got some really, really good fixtures coming up, the next 3 fixtures. We'll quickly get them up here. So, yeah, like I said, they've got Fulham away, Luton at home, and Everton away. So, for me, I think it'll be stupid to take him out when they've got them 3 fixtures. So, for that reason, I have decided to keep Onana. But yeah, like you said, it is a stupid. Someone said earlier it was a stupid decision, and I kind of agree with you. But for me, I just can't take him out with them fixtures left. Like, there's no way I'm going to look to take him out when he's got them fixtures next. Like, I just can't do it. So yeah, for that reason, I am going to be keeping Onana in my team and just hoping for a clean sheet out of the next 3. So Essex next says, I really didn't get the doggy hype. He doesn't pass the eye test. I think that's very harsh, to be honest. I think he looks really, really good in the eye tests. I think he, especially at the beginning of the season, he was kind of bombing into the box. He was getting crosses in. And I think he, honestly, as a Spurs fan, I think he's an incredible left back. And I think he's had an amazing season. I do get what you're saying, though, that the height was probably a bit too much. I think we were thinking that he's going to be another Danny Rose, another Kyle Walker, another Reece James, another Trent. But it's hard to kind of emulate them players. In terms of eye test, I think he's had a great season in terms of football-wise. FPL, I kind of agree with you. He did look attacking at first, but I think it's kind of tailored off a bit. But I think that's got a lot to do with who's on the other side, who's on the right side, who's right back, basically. I think Pedro Porro is so attacking that you kind of can't have 2 of them. You've got to have one that's gonna kind of stay back, and then you have one that bombs forward. And I think that's why. I think the first game of the season, Emerson did start right back. So Udogie did have the chance to go further forward. But now Pedro Porro is kind of, got that space. He started every other game. I think he is a much better option, and I think he does deserve the hype. But you're right, though. We haven't actually seen them deliver in terms of goals and assists, but I can see it coming for Pedro Porro. Udogie, I'm not too sure. But I kind of get what you're saying about the hype. But in terms of eye test, I think he did look very attacking earlier on in the season. So, yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. So, Christian, I feel like we Spurs are good defensively, but we just play a high line that gives teams so many chances. Yeah, I know what you mean. But is that what you want, though? I think for me as a fan, I wouldn't say we're bad defensively at all. I think we're solid. But like you said, I do think we give teams a chance, and we do concede a lot of chances. So I kind of get what you're saying. But do you think he, like Udogie or another Spurs defender? You've got Vicario, say, like, obviously, so you must think he like we do well defensively. But I think Vicario does keep a lot, like, because we can see chances, he makes a lot of saves, so he's always getting save points. So potentially Vicario could be the option where maybe Spurs are not kind of guaranteed clean sheets, but Vicario can rack up the save points. So maybe Vicario could be the best option out of the defense and goalkeeper. So I do get what you're saying. I do think we are solid, but we have been conceding goals. So don't get me wrong, it's not been 2, 3, 4, 5, but still, obviously, with FPL conceding 1 is not good enough. So I get what you're saying, but and I think we're both saying the same thing. We do concede chances, which is probably good for having Vicario like you do have. So Salah has the war issue getting him going off. Yeah, that is a fair point. Yeah, I guess that could be a thing for Salah. But yeah, not too sure on that one. Hi, Marina. Thanks for locking in. Raj saying, fair play for your thinking, mate, for keeping Onana. Play the game, don't let it play you. Loads of love, luck for your channel. Thank you, Raj, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah. See, like for me, with my FPL decisions, like I know Onana is not a good option. I know he, as a player, hasn't been doing well this season. I know Man United have been shocking, but they have been winning games still in the Premier League. Like, don't get me wrong, they got battered the last two games, Newcastle in the Cup and then Man City. But with them fixtures, I can't use a transfer to take out Onana. Like, I can't. Like, who am I going to bring in that is not only going to beat Onana, but is going to beat Onana by 4 points? Because let's think about it. A transfer is worth 4 points. So if we think about it like that, then for me, I can't see a keeper out there that's going to do that. Areola could be the one, because obviously I do save money as well. So it's not only Onana for Areola, it's Onana and a player that's 4.4 million cheaper than the player that I've got now, sort of thing. So for me, I do get that, and I do get Areola for saving the money. And I wish I could go to him, but I'm not paying -4 when Onana's got them games. He's got Fulham, Everton, and Luton in the next 3. So for me, I just can't do that. Yeah, but I appreciate the love as well. Thanks for that one. So FPL Boo Boo, we got start Gordon or sell Neto to Hwang and start. For me, I'd start Gordon. I think there will be goals in that game. I know both are good defensively, but I can just see a 2-2 in my head. I think they're both evenly matched. Arsenal's away form has been very good this season. Newcastle's home form has been very good. Obviously, they beat PSG at home in the Champions League as well. For me, I wouldn't, I say, waste the transfer taking out a player just to play Hwang. But just to clarify, are you starting Gordon anyway, or you only have to start him if you don't sell Neto? So you've got kind of someone else playing up front. I'm guessing you're playing a 3-4-3. Let me know in the comments. But for me, yeah, I'm more than happy to start Gordon. Newcastle looking really, really good. Yes, it's against Arsenal, but it's at home, and I think it's the nighttime game, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, I've got the Australian times here, as I'm in Australia. So yeah, so it's a nighttime game. So is it like 5:30 UK time, PM? So for me, St James's Park is going to be rocking. So I can see Newcastle scoring goals in that game, and I think Gordon is a guaranteed starter in that team. So seeing a few people on Twitter take out Madders for Saka, I don't get it. Would be keeping Madders personally? You know what? I've seen so many people. Again, I don't know if this is bias or not, but I don't think it is, because I feel like Spurs fans are the most pessimistic fans out there. I think we're so doom and gloom, and we always think the worst. So I don't think this is bias, but I just don't understand how people are taking out Maddison and Son. Like, we're literally the best team in the league right now. We're top of the table. We're scoring goals. Son and Maddison are basically getting returns in every single game, assists, goals. I just don't get it, to be honest. I think, yes, the fixtures are slightly worse. We'll quickly get them up, but yes, the fixtures are slightly worse, but they're not bad. Like, they're not bad fixtures. Chelsea at home, like, you're at home. We know Chelsea are a mixed bag, so we don't know what they're going to be like. Wolves away, yes, Wolves have been doing better, but they've only kept 1 clean sheet this season. Villa at home, yes, that can be a tough game, but Villa do concede as well. And then City away, West Ham at home, Newcastle at home. So there's a lot of home games in there. There's 4 home games in the next 6. We know we score goals against Man City. If it was, like I said, if it was a defensive player, then I completely understand. But for Maddison and Son, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, yes, Saka has great, good fixtures coming up, but I think you can have all 3. Like, I've got all 3. So For me, I just wouldn't be taking out Son or Maddison anytime soon. Okay, maybe in the future you might have to take out one, but I think Son and Maddison are both could be season keepers. I don't think it matters at the moment who Spurs are playing. I think they're going to attack, they're going to score goals, and I'm completely with you. Like I would not be taking out Son or Maddison anytime soon. If they obviously keep it up, if they have stinkers, then fair enough. But if they do keep it up, then yeah, I'll be keeping in Son and Maddison, and I'm totally with you. Like a lot of people on Twitter have been taking out either of them. You got Son is down as a midfielder, playing number 9 for the best team in the league currently. We've got Maddison playing number 10 on free kicks, on corners. Basically, the only, I'd say him and Kulusevski, but Maddison is the thing that makes Spurs tick. Why would you take him out? Obviously, if the form starts to dip, fair enough. But at this moment in time, I'm just happy to collect them points from Son and Maddison. Yeah, that was why I bought in Vicario. It's the save bonus potential. Yeah, that's a fair point. He does make a lot of saves, and he's been so good for Spurs this season. What a signing! Obviously, Hugo Lloris been a great servant to the club with Spurs over 10 years. Been our captain for probably about 8 years, I think it is. Obviously, it didn't really end well with that. His last performance coming in the 5-1 loss at Newcastle. I mean, he's actually still at the club, so which is a strange one. I've actually managed to get someone I know works at the training ground, and he got me a signed Hugo Lloris top, and I'm just waiting till he finishes up at Spurs so I can get the official appearance numbers and kind of get Hugo Lloris, Tottenham Hotspur 2000 whatever to 2000 and whatever. 300 and blah, blah, blah appearances. I'm just waiting for the appearance number so I can put it in a nice frame. But yeah, he hasn't left yet, so I'm a bit worried. He might play one more game for us, so I haven't done that yet. But yeah, he's a legend, and Vicario has done so well, and I think he's a leader on the pitch too. But yeah, his save potential is really, really high, and he makes good saves as well. Doggy Porro Royale could haul one day, but yeah, you never know. I think Porro is probably the most likely. Royale has been doing well when he's been coming on, kind of being a little bit more solid, and I think he will probably play left back if Udogie is injured. And I'm actually not hating that at all. I think he's been okay since he's come in. Even last season, I thought he was fine. Like I don't really get the big uproar about how bad he's been. I think he was doing okay, but yeah, I think I do like Porro out of them one, but I think Vicario could be a little bit of a differential that a lot of people haven't been thinking of. So Essex, fair enough on Udogie, back your player and all that, but till I see returns, I won't get it. No, I'm with you, mate. I think he looks really good, but we haven't seen the return, so I completely understand what you're saying. And I've taken him out this game week, so I can't talk too much, but yeah, I think he is a great player, and I think with Porro on the other side, I think it kind of makes him not go forward too much. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, he can get a few goals and a few assists. Raj, all the best to everyone this game week. All the best, Raj. Thanks for your questions. So if everyone is new, please make sure you do subscribe. It really does help me out. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we do that soon. And yeah, smash a like on this video too. It does help me out. And leave your questions, and I'll answer them. And let me know who your captain is in the comments below. Thanks, Raj. Nice one, Essex. So yeah, this is how my team is for Gameweek 11. Get in your questions. Last 5 minutes probably before I log off. But yeah, Onana in goal with Fulham away. Gahey, Burnley away. Tsimikas, Luton away. Cash, Forest away. Maddison and Son, Chelsea at home. Dingra, Everton away. Saka, Newcastle away. Salah, Luton away. Haaland, Alvarez, Bournemouth at home. And I think Haaland captain. Yeah, let me know what you think of my team. Give it a little rating. Why not? Out of 10. Leave your comments as well if you do have any more questions. Keep subscribing to the channel and liking the video. But if there is no more questions, Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good game week. Good luck. And yeah, hopefully green arrow, hopefully my second green arrow of the year. Fingers crossed. And yeah, hopefully Spurs beat Chelsea. Have a good game week, everyone. Cheers.
Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wild cards, free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.